Ta-da! Hit the board. Just goes up. They show Sera. And then we drop the forces. Titania zeroed out. Wah! Zero. Oh, the zero. The zero. And the best. Ah, just to be betrayed like that. My friends, beware the she-devil. Shanna right now is a terrifying prospect. Off of the OTA balance patch, up from a 4-2 to a 4-4, she is adding a random 1-cost card to each location. The floor of what she can produce here is above where a lot of other 4-cost cards start, and then the ceiling just goes off into the moon. The thing is that you're not really just spending the 4 energy to be able to gain this tempo burst, you are also spending 4 open spaces across your board. So she is taking up so much space. That's more than any other card in the game. Also, you have all of this uncertainty. You don't know what is going to be spawned. You don't know the exact power threshold that she is going to be able to reach. And these 1-cost cards that she creates actually could affect future plays you make in completely unexpected ways. So with this deck, we are ready to embrace the chaos of random 1-costs, and we tell ourselves over and over again, Killmonger's not real, and he can't hurt us. We have both Shanna and Maria Hill with the random 1-costs. The core of the deck here is the Savage Lands family. Ka-Zar to buff the 1-costs, Shanna to create the 1-costs, and Zabu to be able to make mommy and daddy cheap enough to be able to get comboed together, get worked into the rest of our energy curve. This core is really effective right now. And then to be able to extend, we're bringing in some synergy of some location lockdown with the Storm. The Shanna is adding 1-costs, not playing 1-costs. That means that she can get those pokers into locations that are otherwise locked down. So the Storm is ideal for us. We can get extra assistance in there later. We have the Jess Jones to be able to follow up, just a classic play. You could run the Juggernaut instead. I'm still messing around with what we've got going on, but the Zabu making the Jess Jones cheaper, it just made sense and it's worked out quite well for me. We're also rocking the Lizard, recently nerfed in the OTA balance patch, but just mildly. Now we want to be able to have more synergies to be able to run him because this neg 4 is looking even worse than the neg 3 was before. So we have the 0 to be able to take that ongoing ability away, or if we just play him to the location where we want to drop the Storm anyway, often the opponent is not able to completely fill that location and the Lizard stays very safe. Rounding out the rest of the deck, we have the Nightcrawler. Again, flexibility to be able to make it into the stormed off location. I'm playing him because he's a 1-cost. You could also play the Jeff if you've got the Jeff. 0 and Titania, just trying to get as much power out of our 1-costs as possible. And again, the 0 being able to connect over with synergies alongside the Lizard. And then on the very high end, we're going Blue Marvel and we're going Onslaught. If we can get Onslaught onto either Ka-Zar or Blue Marvel or both, it's very rare that we get it on both, but just on one of these, we're able to put a lot of pressure on the opponent because we fill our board so easily here. The deck list is still very flexible. The Maria Hill could get traded out for the Squirrel Girl, though I was actually finding the Squirrels to be overkill in terms of filling up all of our locations. And then the Onslaught could get dropped for Mystique, still being able to have synergy with the Blue Marvel or the Ka-Zar, but being cheaper on the energy curve to allow you to combo in other bodies as well. Would love to hear in the comments where you guys would modify the deck or if you've had success with something else. But let's dive into our gameplay. Oh, fascinating early curve here. I'll go Zabu on Shuri's Lab. If only Zabu cared about current cost and reduced my Storm back to where she was after the Iceman messed with her. Lost the Ka-Zar. Yondu Ant-Man? Are you also some kind of Zoo deck? All these 1-costs. Not what I was expecting with the Yondu at least. We could drop the Shanna. Do I want to Storm anywhere? I could prep something for being stormed. I could just play Black Cat and get her doubled. Maybe this is what we do. We gain the doubling now. Alright, Captain America animation is a little wonky here on PC. Then we could follow up with the Storm. Interesting, interesting. Following up with the Storm. Trying to stop any additional doubling. I'm not sure what to expect here. The Captain America, Ka-Zar, they do seem to be some kind of Zoo deck as well. I wonder, is this the Shanna mirror? Oh, that'd be incredible. Absolutely incredible. Do I want to rock Blue Marvel Onslaught? Like, what are the chances? I do want the Blue Marvel. That is for sure. What are the chances that they are so low on the energy curve they can't get into Crimson Cosmos in any way, shape, or form? Angela? Cerebral. What? Oh, it's from Camp Lehigh. It's from Camp Lehigh. They're just using it because they know that they're going to have a couple cards in the same. Okay, okay. Want to be able to put as much tempo as they can. Now, do I want Shanna, Zero, and then I guess Lizard? The Shanna will drop yet another card. These are all buffed by the Blue Marvel. It would put me ahead at Camp Lehigh. The alternative is playing Onslaught to the Crimson Cosmos. Both of them feel like good options. I feel like we can actually outrun this opposing Zoo with the Shanna that we play right now. I mean, what are they going to do? They have to play only expensive cards. Whereas we have a brand, like a wide open Camp Lehigh. I'll take this. Shanna! Oh, okay. A little bit of a low roll there with the Sunspot, but still all the distributed buffs. And we're ahead of Camp Lehigh. The Ultron. Fascinating. Now he steals the Cerebro buff. And we stay ahead. A little bit of a different line out of this opening hand. I'll play the Nightcrawler on mid. Could still be a nice Storm Jess Jones kind of curve. Yondu against the Zero. Alright, well this time if Yondu is a Herald of Galactus, as I normally assume, rather than just in a Zoo deck, being able to storm the hub could be quite beneficial for us. Ugh. Passing on turn 2 does not usually happen with this list. Usually we can be more proactive, but we'll take it. Adeline is going to shuffle around. I'll go Storm here. And I'll let the shuffle happen. Electro, you are the Galactus. And this is where we stuff you. You don't want to play the Galactus into this. You'll be so far behind. You'll be impossibly behind. You can't play the Galactus over here. You can't play on nowhere either. It's everything is ours. Everywhere you turn. I'll snap. They still have plays. Galactus has alternate lines of being able to win without actually playing the Neil Master himself, going into a Destroyer line, and nowhere could help their Destroyer play. I just want to be able to make sure that I win flooding first. Just a Wolverine. Okay. Oh, I lose the Black Panther? I got the Ubako or the Quicksilver. All right. I need to get Shanna to be a little shinier, right? If she was a little shinier, all these dropped cards would look prettier. Anyway, if I play the Jess Jones, she will scale up. If I play the Blue Marvel, I could top deck Onslaught and be able to really put the screws on them. Let's try here. They played a Adelan. Is this a Hobgoblin? Nope, they got the Destroyer already. Wanting to actually remove the Electro. Okay, I gotcha. Still goes mid though. I don't think that's too beneficial for them. How much was destroyed? Yondu and Electro. What did I lose? A 0? Okay, so their null is nothing. 7 power. The Wolverine I don't think counts as destroyed. Could be wrong there. Ka-Zar Maria Hill. Or do I want to move a Nightcrawler? The Nightcrawler is actually more power. So I could play like over here. Sure. Oh, they do play into it? What do you have? What? What is this final drop? Just the Chavez? Okay. I'm just waiting for a Death Thanos or a Death Wave deck to come along, put me in my place with the Killmonger. So I feel like holding Shanna back for one of the final turns is often the play, and then if it's Death Wave or even Thanos Death, they try and play their Killmonger early to destroy their own pieces rather than using it as controlling up against your cards. And so the Killmonger matchups, if you're intelligent, I think you can actually navigate them all right. Now, if the opponent gets wise on what you are doing, then they can certainly hurt you in that final turn if they wipe out like half your board. It's all trying to be receiving these different buffs. Super Flow. Okay. I like Super Flow, making it easier for me to combo Blue Marvel, Onslaught, Ka-Zar, and other pieces. So where do I want to storm? I will storm to left. I kind of like the Nidavellir buffs as well, though I'm not running Shang-Chi. Maybe I just cancel that. Let's just put a cancel on the Nidavellir +5. How many cards did you have in hand? Moon Girl, would you play the Sentinel? Interesting. They're not getting any card draw here. I'm a little surprised, but maybe I shouldn't be. What do I want now? I could go straight into Blue Marvel. But that leaves it so much open at flooding. And maybe it's just Maria Hill. Maria Hill, Nightcrawler. Okay, sure. Still waiting for a good 0 combo. They go Sentinel again. Followed up by... They got the Devil Dino to squeeze in. Oh, because of the efficiency of the Quinjet. Yeah, that's going to be really hard for us to stop. And I'm not going to be able to play the Ebony Maw at all from the Maria Hill. Oof, oof. Blue Marvel. Then... 0. Okay. 0 is going to hit the Titania. I will move the Nightcrawler. I will play the Onslaught. I don't know. This one is quite tenuous. Quite tenuous indeed. Is there a world where if we draw Shanna, we just play her instead of the Onslaught? Maybe. I'm also curious if the Devil Dinosaur, now that the Moon Girl has been played out, takes a dip in power. If he drops down, Blue Marvel plus Onslaught could be able to pull us up to catch up. Let's see, we'd be able to add 8, taking me to a 17. I feel like that's still too far away. Mystique off the Devil D. Cosmo. So my 0 doesn't activate here. Interesting. And they take away their own power generation. Or energy generation, I should say. Lizard. Yeah, so I could get the Onslaught here. Get the doubling. Do I get the win? I don't think so. I think this one, they have bested us with that Devil Dinosaur flip and the insane burst from Superflow comboed with the Quinjet. Yeah, I think we're bouncing out on this one. Maria Hill or the Zabu. I'm going to go Zabu with Ka-Zar in hand. Be able to play him on 3. Fast both the Zabu over on their side. Okay, okay. Some kind of Hawk deck most likely. Up to 8. I mean, it's hard to pass up the Ka-Zar Blue Marvel stack right now, especially when I have the Onslaught to be able to tag on at the end of all things. Jess Jones is our most powerful single card. That could get played to the throne room to be our bid for power, our bid for the throne. Though, if they have the best into like Hawk, I imagine that's going to be taller than Jess Jones is throughout the entire battle. We did get a draw from Nova Roma, maybe not so much. If they don't find the extra rock synergy, maybe Hawk won't be too impressive. What else would Bast be playing alongside? Bast plays with a number of things, but especially showing Zabu, you could be Mr. Negative, or you could be more of a... I mean, you could be Bounce. Bast plays out so well right now. Love that card. Bishop. Luke Cage. Hit Monkey. Okay. So Hit Monkey is a 7. Plus 4 for the cards played, and then 3 for the Bast. The Jess Jones does beat that. And then the Jess Jones is going to be buffed by the Blue Marvel. Not insignificantly, especially after Onslaught comes in. So I'll play you. I will play 0 alongside. Be ready to get the Titania in there as well. The opponent plays nothing. Did you just spend your hand? You have 3 cards in hand. The opponent playing nothing there is very surprising to me. We hit. Shanna. Hit the board. Jess goes up. They show Sera. And then we drop the forces. Titania zeroed out. Wah! Wah! 0. Oh, the 0. The 0. And the best. Oh my gosh, I can't Onslaught. No. I could zero out the lizard. And then I guess I play Maria Hill on mid. Ah, just to be betrayed like that. I was so excited. It was some of the worst drops we could have imagined. And because you're drawing 3, like, you have to be ready to embrace the chaos with this list. Do they think they have a shot? Things are looking grim for them, if they're not able to surmount Jessica Jones especially. Luke Cage? You have the Hazmat, you're Toxic, Sera, Bast. Are you the Hazard Hawk? Hazard Hawk, a deck that is incredibly popular on the Discord from my community, but I have not really seen anywhere else. This is where they drop the Mysterio to get the 5 Blaze. Oh. Cancel their own cage, though. Ka-Zar Blue Marvel. Sayonara. Okay. And then the Mysterios flip. Really? I'll take it. So here is the deck in all of its chaotic high-tempo glory. Shadow with the buff, incredibly fun to be able to play around with. I'm going to keep on testing this. The next thing that I would love to see if I could get to work is including the Dazzler. As you can see with the green border, I've really not played Dazzler at all. I'm really struggling to figure out why I would play her rather than any of these other forecasts. But maybe with a little bit more testing, we can find a good spot for her. Would love to hear down in the comments how we can keep on messing around with the power burst that Shanna represents. If you guys pick this deck up, I hope it earns you many cubes on your climb up to infinite. Till next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.